What is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? And welcome here today to a video where we are going to talk about 10 players so far in this NBA season that have improved the most from last year's season. This isn't going to be like a ranking. I'm just going to give 10 guys that I think deserve some recognition for their improved seasons in this year. Also, I'm going to have 3 honorable mentions as well, and I know I can't include everybody into this list, so I'm sorry if I didn't include your favorite player or one of your favorite team's players. So without further ado, let's get into this. So 3 honorable mentions, they are going to be Luke Kennard, Bam Adebayo, and OG Anunoby. Kennard is improving every offensive statistic. OG is developing a nice 3-point shot and improving his defense and his off-ball movement. And Bam Adebayo is still improving his defense, his rebounding, and especially his passing. Okay, to start off this list of 10 players that I think have improved the most so far this season, we're going to go with Gordon Hayward. Now, it sucks that Gordon Hayward got hurt once again with a left hand injury. He will be expected to miss at least 4 to 6 weeks. Before Gordon Hayward went down, he was averaging 19 points a game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists on 55, 43, 84 splits, which is incredible. An expected field goal percentage of 61% when the league average is 51%, so 10 points higher than the league average. He just looks more relaxed out there. He looks like Utah Jazz Gordon Hayward and the player that the Celtics expected to get when they signed him in the 2017 offseason. It sucks that he got hurt already, only 8 games into the NBA season, but let's hope that he can return to what he was in these 8 games when he comes back from his injury in about 1 to 1.5 months. Moving over to Charlotte now, the next player on this list is one of 2 sophomores I'm putting here, and that is Devonte Graham. Devonte Graham kind of came out of nowhere. The Hornets starting point guard expected to get all the minutes was Terry Rozier, but Devonte Graham is showing why he's arguably the best point guard on that team. He's averaging 18 points, 7.5 assists a night, and shooting 42% from 3. He looks really good with the ball in his hands. He has really good handles for a point guard. He's really shifty with the ball, and his passing is especially probably the best on that team. I don't think a lot of people thought 24-year-old second-round pick from the 2018 draft, Devonte Graham, was going to be a breakout player this year, but he has been a nice bright spot for the Charlotte Hornets. And 24 is not too old, so he can maybe slide into that young core with Miles Bridges and PJ Washington. Moving over to Cleveland now, the next player we're going to talk about is Tristan Thompson. Another player that I didn't really expect to have a quote-unquote breakout season in the first 10 games, but Tristan Thompson has improved up from 11 points a game to 16.5. He's up in rebounds to 11 a game. His field goal attempts are the highest it's ever been. He's a positive offensive box plus minus guy. He's a positive defensive box plus minus guy, and he's actually looked like a really good rim protector. Him and Love are really working well at the 4 and 5 for the Cavs this year. A lot of people thought the Cavs were going to be really bad this season, including myself, but they've started off the season 4 and 5, which is actually really good for the Cavs standards, and Tristan Thompson is a big part of that. I didn't expect Devonte Graham to be on this list. I didn't expect Tristan Thompson to be on this list. And I sure as hell did not expect Aron Baynes to be on this list. Aron Baynes looks like he was low-key the biggest underrated pickup of the offseason. So shout out to James Jones. He's averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists a night, while also shooting 47% from 3 on 4 attempts a night. He's leading the league in effective field goal percentage as I'm recording this at 69%. He's been great as a rim protector for Phoenix in their hot start. He's been great as a defensive communicator, and especially his screen setting on offense. He's in the top percentile in screen assists per game. But yeah, I don't think anybody besides Aron Baynes' fan page on Twitter thought this was going to happen. But the big reason that the Suns are starting off really good this year is mainly Aron Baynes, and obviously Devin Booker as well. The next player on this list was a poor dude that got so much hate over the last 2 years. He was a former #1 overall pick, Andrew Wiggins. Now, Andrew Wiggins over the last couple years has gotten the crown as the quote-unquote most overrated player in the NBA. He got that huge contract extension after the 2016-17 season. It went downhill the next 2 years, but these first 10 games in the 2019-20 season have been great for Andrew. He's averaging 25.5 points a night, almost 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's actually been somewhat efficient. He's 47% from the field, 34 from 3, and 73 from the line. Over his last 6 games, he's averaging 29 points, 50% from the field, and 40% from 3, while also averaging 5 assists. That was the big knock on Wiggins about his tunnel vision. He's not a good passer, but hey, he's been definitely better as a facilitator this year. He's on pace to have his first positive wins over replacement season in his 6-year NBA career, which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, it's been as good as a start that you can ask for Andrew Wiggins this year, and let's hope he can keep it up over the next 72 games. Moving over to the second sophomore on this list, and that is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander was that big asset piece in the Paul George trade over the summer, and he has lived up to that hype. He's averaging 21 points and 5 rebounds this season on a true shooting percentage of 56%. He's looked really good with the ball in his hands. He's shooting 40+% from 3, which is outstanding. He's been incredible as a defender on and off ball. He has a positive defensive rating. The Thunder are clearly better on both ends of the floor when he is on the court. He's only 21 years old now. I don't know if he's going to be more of a point guard or shooting guard in his career. It's looking like he's going to be more of a 2 this year because of Dennis Schroeder and Chris Paul. He wasn't this elite passer coming out of college, so he could be more of a 2 in his NBA career. He definitely has the size at 6'5" to be that. Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been nothing short of incredible this year for a 21-year-old, and let's hope he can keep that up. The next player was my most improved player prediction pick going into the season. You might already know who that is, and that is Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac has been one of the league's best defenders this year. He's been doing insane on the defensive side, especially in the pick and roll. He's been great on switches, great off ball, and especially elite on ball. He's a 96 defensive rating, which is incredible for somebody at his position. He's averaging over 3 blocks a game at the moment I am recording this, over a steal a game. And also, if you have one of these elite defenders at the 4 that could shoot 38% from 3, which he's currently at, that is unbelievably valuable. Jonathan Isaac is only 22. I think the Magic should build around Isaac more than they should around anybody else on that team. He's the type of guy that could just make your team from an average defense to an elite defense just by him alone. And I think for Jonathan Isaac's defense this year, he deserves a lot more credit. Moving over to the second to last player on this list, it's a player that won the most improved player award last year, and that is Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam went up in about 9 points per game last year and about 2.5 rebounds, and he won the award. From 7.3 points a game to 17 points a game, and 4.5 rebounds to 7 rebounds. Well, he's improved that again this year. He's up 9 points per game from 17 to 26, and he's up 3 rebounds a game from 6.5 to 9.5. He's averaging 4 assists a night too, which is incredible for what he is on the floor. He's shooting 35% from 3, and he's looking like he could be a number 1 on a good NBA team. He's shooting efficiently from the field, from the line. He's been incredible on defense, especially off-ball D, and I really like his D in the low post. He runs the transition really well, and he's a pretty solid ball handler for a 6'9" forward. No one has ever won most improved player 2 years in a row, but if someone's going to be the first, it could be Isaac this season. And moving over to the final player on this list in this video, and it's going to be Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram has had as good as a start as you could have asked for him coming over from the Anthony Davis trade in the offseason. He's averaging 26 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists a night, and he's shooting 47% from 3 on 5.5 attempts a night. Now, his 63% true shooting and his 60% effective field goal percentage is bound to go down because he's shooting mid-range 2s at an incredible percentage, and he is shooting 47% from 3, which is probably going to go down. He's had a couple injuries so far. I think he's had right knee soreness and a head injury, but Brandon Ingram has looked incredible this year. He's by far been the best player on that Pelicans team, definitely better than Drew Holiday this year. His defense has been a little bit shaky, but his offensive improvement this year has been astounding. He's definitely benefiting the most from the Zion Williamson injury, and I'm hoping he could be their number 1 option still when Zion comes back. Hey, maybe when Zion comes back, this will allow Ingram to have more opportunities and less double teams. But yeah, Brandon Ingram, I think, is the front runner for most improved player so far when we're about an 8th into the NBA season. So yeah, that is going to wrap it up for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those are my 10 players that I think have improved the most this year, with a couple honorable mentions. Let me know if I missed out on a player in the comment section below. Let me know who your top 3 most improved players are this season, because I'd like to see where you guys are at. Let's see if we can hit 900 likes on this video, and let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more NBA videos like this. I enjoy doing them. It's refreshing to maybe alternate these with rebuilds, like 2 rebuilds, 1 of these, 3 rebuilds, 1 of these. But yeah, that is going to be for me. Thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.